Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for a rewatch of RWBY Volume 5, Episode 1. Now, as I should say with all of my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual episode itself, like, subscribe, all of that stuff, then come back to watch this video. Okay? Good. Support the official release. Okay, so... yeah, I'm doing a rewatch of this episode because for those who don't know, I was at RTX London when this was premiered and shown on the screen in front of a huge audience of people. But I was sit kind of in the back. I didn't really get a good view. Also, there were a lot of people cheering, wooing, so I might have missed some things. Also, I haven't rewatched this since. So I might have also forgotten some details. Just to my own stupidity. But I wanted to get some sort of a reaction out there. In a way, also, I might even talk about some other things. Yeah. So, I have no idea when I'm actually going to upload this, by the way. So, you know. Anyway, I am going to shut up and hit play. By the way, this rewatch is going to be a long one because the actual episode is about 20 minutes long. And I plan on talking about a bunch of stuff afterwards. So, yeah, this is going to be a long video. And play.
The city of Mistral.
It's about time. Whose idea was it to walk again?
RWBY's.
Well, we did face many obstacles. Broken airships, destroyed settlements.
Oh, and, all those people and monsters that tried to murder us.
We were fine. Only one of us almost died.
Hey.
Hey.
So how much farther to Haven Academy?
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm almost coughed there.
I'd take you kids on the scenic route.
Okay, my volume was turned way down, so... It's so pretty. I love how much RWBY's enjoying it.
Oh my gosh, look at all the weapons!
Vendors here will sell you just about anything, whether they should or not.
We really made the most out of these mountains.
Every inch. And stay away from the lower levels. But the
Oh,
higher
it's
you
in the
go,
shape of a
the nicer it
heart.
gets.
And we are going up!
Mm-hmm. Speaking of things that are up, and still in the air, Achievement Hunter reference,
So,
is
how much
Weiss.
farther?
We're in the home stretch now. No more stops from here to Mistral. Sorry for the long trip. Keeping us off the radar's been harder than I thought. Lots of air traffic around northern Anima.
It's fine. I just hope I haven't been a burden.
You and your money are more than welcome on this ship, kid.
That was nice of him.
Is everything okay?
I don't know. Still over Lake Matsu. Shouldn't be picking up broadcasts this far from Mistral. Someone must be close.
Mayday! Mayday! We're a small passenger flight and our Huntress is down! We aren't equipped to deal with
It's
this!
just down.
Man.
Oh, so that's what they said.
100 clicks north of the southern shoreline. Get him off us! If anyone can hear this...
I completely missed what was said in the actual panel.
We're going to help them, right?
What? No. I'm trying to avoid them.
But they'll die.
Look, if we picked up their transmission, I'm sure someone else did too. Besides, this is a cargo ship. She's not much good in a fight. I just want to finish this job and get home.
Well, ship,
Sorry,
maybe
kid.
not, but
My
Weiss,
ship,
on the other
my
hand,
rules.
That's pretty much all for Waste in this episode. I have a feeling she's gonna kick some serious ass soon. Some aerial combat, leaping out of the ship, summoning a knight. I want to see that. It'll be epic. And here's the academy that we saw in the trailer. Hello, 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 hello.
We made it.
Okay, I completely mistimed that.
Hello?
Damn it, this was the moment I should have said it.
Hello?
Hello.
Louder?
There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, I guess school isn't really in session right now. Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
No, this isn't right. Come on.
Wait for us!
Get ready. There could be trouble.
Crow falls on his ass.
Professor Lionheart?
Crow! For crying out loud, nearly scared me half to death!
Me? Why weren't you waiting for us at the entrance?
Oh, right. Apologies. I guess time slipped away from me.
You're joking.
Where is everybody?
Ah, you must be the students Crow mentioned.
Yes, sir. Ruby Rose.
Jean Arc.
Nor Valkyrie.
Lyren.
I like how they actually said it in the team name order.
At your service.
Wait, no they
I'm
didn't.
afraid most of
Wait.
my staff is currently
No,
away
they didn't.
until
Damn it.
classes resume, but
What? Leo, you can't be serious. Who's guarding the relic?
Crow, the children.
Already know. I filled them in. What do you mean your staff is away?
You filled them in?
He kind of had no choice.
So, is this not going at all like anyone thought it would?
Okay, there's something that someone I met at RTX brought up about Nora that I'm going to talk about at the end of this.
Unbelievable!
Total garbage. We can't let them get away with this.
Well, at least you two can finally agree on something.
Yeah, that's true. He still doesn't like Sun, though.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I hope so, Blake. I really do.
Good evening, miss. Can I get you anything? Just a little time to myself, if that's alright. Sure thing. Just call if you need me.
Where was she in Volume 4?
You need better security. Please, I just need to talk.
How could you take the fall for them, Ilya?
Blake.
Corsic and Finnick blamed you. We confronted them tonight and they denied knowing anything, and everything we found on your scroll.
They're evil, of course they would deny it.
Disappointed they were to hear that you
Well, then
said
again, she doesn't know that.
But you and I both know they're guilty.
You can't prove anything.
That scroll might not have been enough to lock them up, but it's enough to sway the Faunas here. When we go public tomorrow, they're not going to stand for any of it. And neither should you.
I feel like something's going to go horribly wrong when they actually try and do this.
This isn't gonna work, Blake. Please. Just leave Menagerie before it's too late.
You're going to have to make me.
I feel like she's going to stay, try her thing.
I know.
You know what? I'll talk about it at the end. I really should, really. So I said really like twice in the same sentence. What the fuck?
I have to say, Crow, This all seems
Dude,
very
organize your
reckless.
books, Jesus.
You.
No, reckless is leaving one of the relics completely unguarded. It's not checking in with Oz for ages.
There was nothing to check in about before the fall of Beacon, but since that day, Mistral has been in chaos. Vale wasn't the only kingdom to suffer that night.
I can
Everyone
imagine.
was watching. Every house in every kingdom saw that poor girl ripped to pieces, saw monsters crawling over the city, Elysian knights attacking citizens, and then nothing. You could feel the dread in the air. With all that negativity, you can imagine what it was like when the Grimm came for us. Mistral's controlled territory is the widest reaching in the world, you know, and that makes it infinitely harder to protect. We lost so many great huntsmen, teachers from this very institution,
Shit.
and it's only gotten worse.
What do you mean?
We may have dealt with the Grimm, but the Mistral Council's still at odds with representatives from Atlas. First, it was the dust embargo. Now it's the closing of borders. I'm not sure what happened to James in Vale, but it seems to have only worsened some of his more unfortunate tendencies. And on top of everything, we still don't know where the Spring Maiden is.
All the more reason we need the
I'd
huntsman and
laugh
huntress as
so
you.
hard if it turns out the Spring Maiden's name is April.
Bad. They're bad. But we can figure this out. Why is the Spring Maiden so important?
Thought you filled them in.
Mostly filled in. Look.
Yeah, the
it's
audience
all
needs
covered,
something.
Okay? I quit teaching for a reason.
I need a drink too.
Each have the power to perform feats of magic, and they are the only ones capable of reaching the relics.
What? The relics are each locked inside a chamber that can only be opened by a specific maiden. Winter for the gift of creation, summer for destruction, fall for choice, and spring for knowledge.
Huh, so Salem's after choice first.
What happened to her?
She was determined at first when she inherited her powers, but the weight of responsibility proved to be too much for the child.
She's only a kid? Jeez, I can imagine.
Abandoned her training, everyone. That was over a decade ago. There's no telling where she could be now.
I know. At least, I have a pretty good idea.
Are you serious?
It's not exactly good.
When does Crow ever joke?
What are you talking about? This is incredible news! After all these years, where?
I did some digging around. Looks like after Spring ran away, she was picked up by bandits, specifically the Brownwind tribe.
Raven.
Yang's mom?
I have somewhat of a question about that, by the way. I'll go into that after this episode.
That's about where they've set up their main camp. It's where they fall back to after raids and scouting missions. Raven's managed to gain a lot of followers since she returned to the tribe. And I'm sure when the Spring Maiden showed up, it only made things easier.
Well, Crow, I've got to hand it to you. With these coordinates, we can mount a retrieval force and head out in a few weeks.
A few weeks?
That's right.
Leo, maybe you didn't hear me. My sister has the Spring Maiden, and I know where she is. We need to go as soon as possible.
And perhaps you didn't hear me. This kingdom is in shambles. As soon as possible does not mean tomorrow. It means as soon as I can convince the rest of the council that I need huntsmen more than they do.
Damn politics.
Fortunately,
Ruining
bandit tribes are
things.
very high on their list of priorities when the threat of war is just on the horizon.
Then damn the council.
I can see where both sides are coming from.
You and I are trained huntsmen, and these kids aren't exactly pushovers.
Yeah!
perhaps there's a more peaceful way to approach this?
We need to get Spring as far away from here as possible. The Ravens
So I feel like just the 6 of you might not be enough. Maybe 3 or so more people?
You and your sister are evenly matched, and I'm not the fighter I used to be. No offense, but these students and I can't take on an entire bandit tribe and a maiden that's no doubt had years to hone her skills. We need to be positive we can apprehend Spring, because if we fail, Raven and her tribe will scatter, and we'll be lost. We get one shot at this, and it needs to be perfect.
You know, Oz wouldn't be happy with any of this if he were here.
Perhaps you're right, but he's not. I'm doing the very best I
Yet.
There has to be something we can do.
What about Cinder? She came with Emerald and Mercury from Haven. Do you have anything on them?
We pulled their files after the fall of Beacon. Nothing but lies and forgeries.
Well, I can't say this has been a warm reunion, Leo.
I'm sorry. I know you've all traveled a long way, but I will do everything I can to help.
Sure. We'll stay in the city for the time being. Local comms are still up. Keep in touch. Come on, kids.
It was nice meeting you, Professor.
Likewise.
That's what he said. To work on improvisational skills. I thought he said something else. But around the same line, so.
So, what do we do now?
You four head back to the house. I need a drink.
Speaking of getting a drink, I think the next scene is... Oh, nope, it's not. Damn it. There's a scene I want to get to.
Excuse me.
I have to admit, I'm happy that this scene is in this episode, but also a bit... you know, I'll go into more detail afterwards. Crow's just like, what the fuck?
I'm supposed to tell you I'd like my cane back.
It's good to see you again, Oz.
And here's the scene I want to get to. Just right. That's the name of the place.
Aren't you a little young to be drinking?
Oh, water. It's hot out.
Oh, sure.
Are you telling me you're too young to drink?
Oh, this guy.
You look like a regular huntress. And a beauty at that.
I'm good. Thanks, pal.
Seriously. Not too bulky, not too lean. You're...
just right.
Goldilocks reference.
Like I said, I'm good.
And your hair.
You're fucked. I love that shot so much. And... I'm just pinballing around the room like that.
This one's on the house. He's been driving me crazy.
Fucking love it.
So, what brings you around these parts?
Jesus, in one go.
And I'm, looking for someone.
Not many people come out here, too far from the kingdoms. Only person worth noting around here is, well,
Raven Bronwyn. Thanks again.
Now, Missy, you don't want to go messing with bandits. They're a world of trouble.
So I hear.
Hey, girlie.
Seriously? This isn't over?
I heard you're looking for someone.
I kind of question how we heard that from outside, but yeah. Nora. Wait for it.
Yeah, is there a ruby rose here?
Why?
Well,
I found
Drunkle Crow! Okay, I heard that it was revealed what comic Ruby was reading, but I can't remember what it was called.
Maybe.
you have silver eyes.
I love the callback.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Oscar Pine.
So the wait for it.
Probably know me as Professor Ozpen.
I did it.
Crow. And in the panel, I missed that he fell off the sofa. That's just even better. I have to admit, I absolutely love this new intro. Boop in the screen. I'm looking forward to seeing Oscar fight, and oh boy, that's menacing. You. Where the hell are you now? Oh, that's still imagery, I think. And who are you? I'm looking forward to Ice summoning that night. Yeah, and Mercury rematch. Oh, I want to see this. Okay, first of all, I have to say, I think the Volume 5 intro might be up there with one of my favorites. So I'm just getting out of the way. And I still absolutely love this episode. It was such an awesome way to kick off Volume 5. And yeah, I didn't get to notice everything when I was watching it for the first time at the RWBY panel at RTX London. And there were also people cheering and wooing, so I might not have heard some things right. But, yeah. What's that? Like, after this episode, everyone was talking about Crow. They love Drunkle Crow. Like, I come out, I hear so many people talking about it. I talked to a friend, and then another person, and we're still talking about it. It's just, I found him! And the whole, like, wait for it, just... And I completely missed that he fell off the sofa as well. Oh my god, Drunkle Crow is hilarious. I fucking love it. Okay, that scene with Yang is definitely one of my favorites. Just punching that guy in the face. That shot is so awesome. And then him pinballing all over the place. I laughed my ass off when I saw that at the panel. I couldn't stop. And when he flew out the door, I thought he, like, flew into the air or something. And I said to someone, looks like he's blasting off again. Oh my god. And that wasn't even from Yang taking hits or anything. That's just base strength. And just fuck you, physics. Well, I gotta say, on that guy's part, the fact that he only lost a tooth, he got off really lucky. I have to admit, still don't like the guy though, but unfortunately I feel like I'm gonna have to put up with more of him. Oh boy. Alright, and the bar scene with Oscar and Crow. For anyone who wasn't aware, that was the end credit scene for Volume 4. So I thought, so I was kind of like 50-50 on whether or not I liked it being in this episode. Because, well, we've already seen it. So I thought maybe could have had like just a bit of the scene to show, okay, so that's what's happening here. And then have the rest of the episode maybe add like a bit more to something. I don't know, that's just me. But still perfectly works having it in this episode. Just saying. But yay. And next episode, or possibly not the next episode, but a upcoming episode. I hope it's the next one because I want to be right about this. Weiss in that cargo ship, fly over the battlefield, and I want to see Weiss kick some serious ass in aerial epicness, the gun battle, whatever. Because we see in the trailer that knight that she summons is like falling, like it's about to attack something. I want to see that. It's gonna be epic. Oh my god. Like, oh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, now the Blake stuff. Like I said, I feel like something's gonna go horribly wrong when they go public. I don't know what, but I just have that feeling. And possibly that could lead to her son and her parents like making their way to Mistral and Haven Academy. Perhaps. Because, come on, I want Team RWBY back together by the end of this volume. And there's something that someone I met at RTX said about Nora. Like, she's pretty much just the audience in the show, if you think about it. Just the stuff she says. Go back and rewatch some RWBY. And Nora kind of acts like the audience would watching that episode. You can kind of notice it in this too. But anyway, it's just like a few lines here and there. It's Nora, she's great. Oh yeah, and like I said during this episode, the Spring Maiden. someone mentioned this at RTX. It would be hilarious. It'd be kind of funny if her name turned out to be April. Just let that sink in. But who knows? And I'm wondering if, like, perhaps by the end of this volume, we'll not only see the Spring Maiden, but see what a full trained maiden actually fights like. Because we saw Amber in Volume 3, but keep in mind, they flat out said she was inexperienced. So, let's see what a fully trained one can do. And I feel like because Crow, Team Ranger, and Lionheart want to mount that whole rescue operation against Raven and those bandits, and Yang's looking for Raven, I feel like that's where they're going to reunite. At least Ruby and Yang. Oh, and that was the other thing I was going to mention. That scene where they mention Raven and John goes, wait, Yang's mom? I kind of question how they know about that. But then, off-screen explanation, really. Like, Yang could have told that story, or Crow could have mentioned it. Like, one of the two. And speaking of, like, Ruby's reaction when seeing Yang, like, back up and fighting, I want to see that. Also, I said this in my rewatch of the Yang short, I really want Yang to, like, stick up for Ruby and say, I've always got your back, just like she does in the short. I think that would be an amazing callback. So anyway, those are my hopes. I can hear the phone going off. No point in even trying. Yeah, we'll just go to the answering machine, and if it's important, they'll leave a message or call again. But anyway, that's about it. Oh, actually, no. Oscar. I want to see Oscar fight. Because since Osmond is in his head, he should... Actually, no. He does have Osmond's memories, because we saw him remember something from Osmond's mind. So, if he has all of Osmond's memories, he has all of Osmond's training and experience. I think. He should do. But yeah, I want to see Oscar, like, perhaps tap into those memories. Like, maybe Crow will give him some pointers, like, take him under his wing. And I mean that very literally. And perhaps we can finally see more than just some flashes of how Osborn would fight. Because we got a little bit of it in Volume 3, but it was, like, not the clearest. And I still want some further explanation on how all that works. Like, Osborn being in Oscar's mind. Like, are there any, like, requirements for that? Is it just random? Is it his choice? Does no one have any say in it? And Osborn said that happened to him, so I'm wondering now, like, does that mean someone was in Osborn's head the whole time? And if so, what's happened to them now that Osborn is inside Oscar's head? Hopefully questions about that will be answered, because I'm still really curious. But anyway, I think I have rambled on just about long enough. This recording is over 35 minutes. And I think that's a good time to call it. And yeah, this rewatch, it's not going to be like this for the rest of Volume 5. I'm actually going to be doing, like, blind reactions to the rest of the volume. I just wanted to do this because it felt a little off doing the rest of the volume and not the first episode. I want to at least try to get all of Volume 5 like, reacted to. It's just that I rewatched this because I first saw RTX London and all that stuff. So yeah, I didn't get a great view of it. I didn't hear everything. Some details I missed. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, I've been talking long enough. I need to call this video. So thanks for watching all of that stuff, and here's my Tracer outro. Bye.
Hello loves, Tracer here. You've just watched a video by your only mate. Subscribe, like, comment and check out his other stuff. Cheers loves!